I'm supposed to give up my spot because they are them.
Well, I was me before you was them.
I was me before you were them. No.
Bottom line. To be honest.
Hey. Welcome.
Can you dig it?
We are back again. It's been a while. King Mall in the building.
Hey, squad.
S. Carter, the best engineer in the game.
What up, everybody? How's going on?
Sample Guy Go Studios.
What's goody?
And this is Colored Radio. I am your host, Juice Shrug. And we have in the building, Jake. What's up? Well, what would you like your name changed to as well? So we can have that right on the screen if it shows on the screen or not. I don't know.
You can call me Jakecupp. I mean, that's what my username is on everything.
Awesome. So, welcome, sir. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
This is not an interview. This is just a discussion, man. We wanted to hop in on some of these topics that's been going on during the week and the last since we left you. So much has gone on. Let's start with the current event of the day. Rachel Nichols.
Nipples?
What? Nipples. Rachel Nichols.
Oh, I'm about to say you. Was I the only one?
Oh my God.
Rachel Nichols and her stance on not giving a Black queen her job. If you don't know, she is a ESPN reporter. She has a show called The Jump. Y'all catch it like at 3 p.m. on ESPN and stuff like that, right? Last year in the bubble, I guess she was on a Zoom call with one of her PR reps, who is also LeBron James' PR rep. And she said, don't try to take away my job because you have bad PR with diversity. Talking about ESPN. Because what they wanted to do was give, I forgot her name, Michaela. It's one of the M's. It's only two Black women on.
She was on last
ESPN.
night.
Yeah, it's only two Black women on ESPN for real. So it's not Kerry Washington. I mean, not Kerry Washington. Not Kerry's. Kerry, whoever, and the other one. I don't know these bitches. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know these women for real. I don't really listen to women talk about sports. I'm gonna be real. I don't like listening to if it's not Doris Burke. I don't want to hear it. They're kind of just They're just hosting the show until they get to like fucking J.R. Smith talking or something like that. Either way, the new young Black woman was going to do the sideline reporting for the bubble finals, right? And Rachel Nichols was like, fuck that. I'm not giving up my show. And you're not about to make your diversity count on my end. Now that somehow that audio recording that was being recorded, as you can see now, it has a little recording thing in the top hand corner and all that. If we was on a Zoom, you would see that it's being recorded, and you can have a little bit more coof about you. So I don't know how that really worked. Maybe it was a phone. That means somebody was listening their phone to it.
It seemed like they just did the phone record.
Exactly. So she came out today. She had to apologize for being basically not being a good team player. She got removed from the finals broadcasting, so she's
not at the same time. She's not wrong though.
She's not wrong, man.
At the same time, like,
bro, it's so many people coming out and saying that this is a white woman using her privilege to hold down a black woman, and that could be very well true. But if we remove the black-white thing and switch the roles,
I ain't trying to lose my job. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm not trying to lose my job.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna be happy about losing my job. And I hear some people saying, "Oh well, she already has her own show." Yeah, but does she? like she can
she watches the clock. She's a clock watcher.
That show, and she can be the host of that show. But as we see with First Take, they just put in a female analyst and then they take her out, and nobody knows the wiser of it. And it's not that we don't care. It's just the fact that some people don't have those certain personalities that catch. Rachel Nichols has a certain personality that catches. Right? Nipples. Speaking of her nipples, speaking of her nipples, she after this happened, there's a Twitter trending topic of Jimmy Butler smacking her in the bubble.
Bro. Smacking.
Yes, as in like
the face?
Getting them cheeks.
Oh,
getting them
guts. Cheeks, man.
He got them cheeks.
I saw that. I thought it was a picture. I thought it had like evidence.
Oh no, it's just it's literally. I believe it's a marketing firm. The same PR people that they said that she was talking to pushed the button on that story and was like, "Know what? How can we make her seem not racist?" Oh, she was fucking Jimmy Butler, one of the hoodest niggas in the building.
I was about to say Jimmy Butler though, out of all of them,
because Jimmy Butler a real one. You can't put her with Austin Rivers. Like, is she fucking Austin Rivers? Why? Why's she doing that? So that's the grand story right now, and that leads me into like the conversation of in the diversity club, we're all diverse here. We're all people of the other sides of the coin when we're the other. So
we're minorities.
So say if you got into a high position and another other came. Another other came that fit the quota for what they needed. It could be a Hispanic person, it could be an Asian person, it could be a gay person. Whatever that quota needed to fit, you was already there. And it was like, well, we needed one-legged Willie to make this a handicap accessible place.
Look, I can make it real simple and quick for you. Unless you got me bigger, better, and paid more, fuck you.
Exactly.
I'm not giving it my
job to make your company look better. Like, that's just to make them look better. You about to displace me just so y'all can look better? Nah.
And I thought I was crazy. When you get on the internet and you see these just all people, like, you'll be surprised about which people are like coming out and saying that this is a racist statement that she was saying. I want y'all all to go back and listen. I think you can slice it in the middle of this, whatever. But she wasn't. What I know about white people, they're going to make racially insensitive jokes. Shit's funny that they play with their balls too. Like, if you've ever been around a group of white men, they're showing you're gonna see a dick.
Fucked up that you say
you're gonna see a dick or ass.
I just got done watching 3 episodes of new Lil Dicky season 2. It might be the most homophobic white boy shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I am beyond.
I'm still trying to catch up on that.
I'm letting this stack up right now.
Like this episode, like not even this episode, this season, he literally went over the top, and it's like,
and that's
bruh,
and that humor. That humor would, if you never met a white person like that, you like, that's not really how they are. No.
If I never met a white person at that age, at a younger age, to understand that shit, I would be.
It's their comedy, right?
blown.
Just like some of the hip hop culture's comedy is roasting. You can't roast everybody. If they don't know what roasting is, you just called their mama that their shoes weak, their hair weak, that their face is ugly. You just said everything about them is whack, and then you want to be friends with them after. Some of those things just don't click in the subject. So when it comes to like a person like Rachel Nichols, who I can hear her trying to be PC even when she's not around any black people. She's trying her best to be like, yo, I ain't about to let I ain't about to let this nigga take my job because y'all need a black person.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. My favorite term to like watch, to hear other people seem like they're with the whole game and everything is when they be like, he put it on his head. I was like, wow, who taught you that? Mm-hmm. Or hit you with the ice in the veins. I'm like, how many years before you figure that out? Like when did you catch on?
Exactly. Certain slang topics will even fool you because they've heard it on TikTok or on Instagram somewhere, and they're like, well, if Jamal can use it, I can use it too. Yeah. You know? So I'm not crucifying her. I like her. I like that there are multiple black women on ESPN finally. It was only one. And then at most it was two. They got rid of Jamel Hill. You never seen her again on TV shows.
It was her and some other chick now.
Carrie Champion. But both them
Who's
left.
So they both left.
They both left, and then the one that looks like Carrie Champion took her position, and Carrie Champion don't fuck with her.
Hey, I thought I was tripping. And because I don't watch it enough, I was like, ain't y'all the same person?
Ain't y'all the same person? No, Carrie Champion got the heaviest. Carrie, wow. Yeah, Carrie Champion got some new hair. She made sure not to look like her anymore at all after she left. Right. So but again, she didn't rock with the new chick because the new chick was playing the corporate game and being kind of whitewashed a little bit, kind of being a little bit more proper. The hair straighter is not it's curly. It's the 2000s sex symbol curly for the hip hop movie. So she's like, it's kind of like bouncy curly, but it's not nappy curly. It's like, oh my God, I just put some water in. Like, no, you didn't. You kind of a couple hours.
Did a whole routine.
Yeah, it was a whole routine for that. So,
that shit.
But that's all. I didn't really have a goal to that. I was just so curious about why people didn't see the aspect of you can be a minority very easily. There's enough minorities in the world now where a classically looking woman can walk in and she can be like, I identify as such and such, and my pronouns are they and them. And now she's a minority, or they're a minority, because you got to get it right. I don't want them coming after me either. They're a minority now, and I'm supposed to give up my spot because they are them.
Well, I was me before you was them.
I was me before you were them. No.
To be honest. Damn. To be honest.
Ooh, that's the name of this podcast. I was me before you were them. Damn. That's fire right there. Yeah. And so I just want people to be very, because the ecosystem of social media will have you thinking like, get her out of here, fire her. No, I want her back on the jump on Monday, talking about the finals, talking to motherfucker Richard Jefferson about motherfucking him getting dunked on.
If they was really on some shit, why didn't they just give her own show?
The black girl?
Is it like is it that saturated they couldn't figure out to show to give her?
What it was is they hired her, brought her up from whatever thing she was at. She was probably just like a paid contract worker. So they actually put her on staff, and they wanted to give her more work than just a sideline reporter. So they wanted her to do the what Chuck and Kenny do.
So they ended up feeling like they liked her personality.
And they wanted the black face. Because in that moment, what was the grand moments of Black Lives Matter, that's when players were walking off court and not playing and shit like that. And when you look around the sidelines and there was no black women or black men reporting, it got the feelings from that boy.
Would it have been too obvious if they just would have slid her in the show as a co-host? Would that have been too obvious?
So, because nobody knew. Nobody knew that they were even beefing outside of the company. So that's how that goes.
It just takes that week and then
that's ESPN right there. They ain't want to pay.
That's ESPN for you, right? Also, let's stay on some big corporate shit right now. Jeff Bezos has officially stepped down. So if you didn't know,
I didn't know that.
He had already scheduled this step down as the day-to-day owner of Amazon, but he keeps a majority of his shares. He still holds a board seat, but he's just not the everyday CEO, right? This comes on the heels of him saying he's going to space with his brother in a couple of days as well.
Did that happen already?
No. He steps down from Amazon and then he goes to space. That's what I've been waiting for, and I was like, oh, what does that mean?
What if he gonna deliver it to space?
Look, he already. The fact that they already have a space vehicle to get them up there means they either A, bought it already, or B, we're working on it and nobody knows about it.
Also, how much technology has been hidden? Because Tesla came out with a brand new car out of nowhere. And all of a sudden we got space
one of the bitches caught fire too.
It caught fire?
Yeah, the new model. They said they picked it up and then drove it a little bit. The back of it caught fire. The whole bitch was melted on the side of the road. Man, I've seen an article.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
I didn't hear about that either. Damn.
I wasn't set up.
That's bro. That ain't
it. Back to your question, Maul. The private sector is where most scientists and inventors make their money. Because the government doesn't pay well. Let's just be real. If you're on like the facing side of it and you're helping with the army and shit, you're getting. I ain't saying you're getting pennies and shit like that, but you're getting a regular wage. The private sector, like you start working for like I don't know the names. You start working for a rich guy. You start working for a person that has billions. He'll give you a couple million. Just to
be like, build this shit.
Test what I already got. Test what I just bought. Here's $2 million. Test out this rocket. Tell me if I can buy more of it. Like, so the private sector has these, like, they'll go find these geniuses at 17 that dropped out of motherfucking college. Well, no, fuck this shit. And just pick them right up. Like, nah, you good. I already know you got the perfect score on the SAT. You don't need to go to college. Here's a bankroll. Come study over here overseas and shit like that. You good. And that's just how it goes.
That's the life of
I mean, it's not like it's like different technology that they use, and they would have studied the same shit in school. It's just now they're applying it to
hands on and 6 figures in your pocket. That's it. You get all the hands-on work you need, and you paid for life now. But
no test.
Have you seen the new electric Hummer?
Electric
I did.
Hummer.
I saw that. I did see that.
All electric Hummers coming out 24.
I thought you were going to say the new electric Ford truck.
I saw that.
That bitch is
that one.
I see the Mustang.
Well, they hollering.
It's called the Lightning. That bitch hard.
Now we getting different breeds of vehicles now. Now it's a flex on. We getting a different breeds. If you ain't got an electric car, you ain't
no more. Tesla don't run a monopoly no more because everybody making electric cars now.
Yeah.
See, you can get it. You want an electric car, get electric Porsche. Get electric
the only thing Tesla got is the autopilot. And if they don't get more cars on the street of theirs, it's not going to work well because it's basically cameras and it's mapping. It's mapping everything. It's mapping. So the more data that they can receive is how they stay advanced in their technology and shit.
I feel like they're trying to follow the Apple's logic on that one day because you make it so exclusive, not everybody's going to want it. So when you start dropping them, then you have these different versions. Everybody gonna pick them up.
Well, I mean, you gotta think too. Like, I don't want an electric car. You know, like
I just want a self-driving car. That's all I really want.
I want a Hummer to be a Hummer. Like if I'm out in the woods inside my Hummer, I don't want to be like, where the fuck am I gonna plug this in at? I only got 12 miles.
It's such a weird thing, man. I'm gonna charge my car.
And then on top of that, the extra battery you carrying around might die.
That's what I'm saying. So like, but for like a luxury vehicle though, like I wouldn't mind a electric Porsche, like you said. As that, like, that fits me. I ain't about to drive no Porsche through the mud or nothing like that. Now here in Ohio though, you know, it might be a little.
That electric Hummer might fall right into place, huh?
The electric Hummer might fall into place. It's an inner city. I'm riding around. If I need to stop off and charge, but before I go in the woods a little bit, it's not that far from the woods. But if you're talking about me being in the, if I was in Texas, bro, I'm not getting stuck between. I don't
Dallas and Houston
and not being able to, and being in a small town like you want a charger, bro? I got an iPhone charger if you need it. But a car
bro, on top of that, if you charge your phone, don't that take away from your charge? Everybody charges their phone.
That's what I assume.
I don't know. I don't know.
The Tesla has
two different
batteries. Yeah, it has
different batteries. So we're charging up different batteries now.
Because certain shit runs certain
for like the internal.
Can we tap in those different batteries if certain shit died in?
Maybe.
The Tesla has like certain like what you call it, prompts that will let you know like, oh, you're running out of
I assume that
car gas basically, but then you still have your auxiliary power to run your heat and shit like that, so you don't freeze to death. Because you gotta remember, inside of a car, you just turn it on the car and it's running on gas, so you can stay warm and electricity not be a factor at all. So that's the grand thing. I want it because I just want to either A, have a driver, or B, have a self-driving car so I can do more work.
Let's see. I feel like the only way they're gonna sustain this electric driving is if they start putting up more stations in like desert, in like random areas. You know?
I mean,
like deserted areas.
You want to know what the move would be?
A better battery, a self-sustaining battery, or some shit like that.
Do you want to know what the move would be?
I feel that.
What?
Tesla got to buy a gas company.
There's plenty here in Texas.
Buy a string of them of Texacos or something like that, and put Tesla batteries at all them gas pumps right next to it, and just and stock the whole country up.
That or just have their own,
like get gas or
just replace them.
Like
that'd be better.
Because you want to take away the gas pump slowly, but if you own it, you prime positioning. It's about location. You rarely see a lot of the Tesla chargers, they're at like Costco, Sam Clubs, Heinen's, Whole Foods and shit like that. Yeah, the malls and shit like that. But
yeah,
the gas station is on every corner. If you can knowingly go to a Sunoco and be like, oh, I know that there's going to be a Tesla pump there. I'm going to buy my lottery tickets from Sunoco. I'm going to buy my candy from Sunoco. We'll buy and go there and shit like that.
Why are you charged?
There's a reason why I would go there. But like how you're saying is that it takes like 30 minutes to charge your car. So the reason that they have them at these stores and shit like that is because you can run into the store. Boom.
Yeah.
So it really got to be a
stop and go.
It really got to be
a rest stops.
Yeah. He the nigga Elon has a trail you can take to go across the country and shit.
Mm-hmm. It's got a whole map. Like if you want to take a Tesla, like from say here to New Orleans, you can map out your whole route. It'll tell you which cities to stop and charge at, how long to charge for, and then you on your way so you don't get stranded.
Yeah. So they thought about that, but again, a car is freedom. You don't want to be stricken to the path a little. If you see something you like and you got to take a detour and you just lost 2 hours. So now you're like, oh shit, I don't got enough energy to make these last hours because I took a detour to go get this chicken sandwich that I heard on the radio. That was good. Like,
oh shit,
some true road trip shit.
Shit like that. And it makes you think like, okay, if I can get a Tesla, I gotta have another car. It's just flat out like that. Gotta have another car.
Tesla, like, I'm probably
I'll be
not
salty if I was driving.
Ever.
I'll be sorry I was driving. My radio battery went out first.
True.
No music for the next 400 miles, bro.
Bruh, I'd be pissed. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Quiet as hell. Put my headphones on at this point.
Hey, but look, quiet, and there's no like car sound either because Tesla's silent as fuck. So you're literally sitting inside.
You just gliding that bitch.
You're just gliding for real. You're just gliding in your sleep. That's the fuck that part about. Moving on.
Oh man, that was great.
Please tell me y'all saw Juvenile.
Yes.
And Manny Fresh.
I was just listening to that song.
Backs that thing up.
I ain't watched the whole
Backs that thing up, man.
That's
they wild. They wild, man.
Oh my goodness. I can't even be mad at it because they probably paid him a check.
Yeah, I was gonna say they needed that.
Yeah, exactly. That was a great check for them. They probably paid for their whole family. I don't know, but I ain't saying they broke, but they paid for a lot, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That leads me in the asking you about what just recently came out today, as well as Biden will be putting it into effect a door-to-door checking and educating if you have the vaccine. Yes. So he will be having vaccine, I don't want them to say officers, but vaccine patrollers, I'm guessing.
No, what he's doing right now, he's tagging. He's getting the exact percentage of who got what in this country. He's tagging everybody. That shit wild.
When conspiracy theories start coming true, when can you start saying they're not conspiracy theories?
Before it's too late.
Before it's too late. Because I'm not saying I'm anti-vax, but all the conspiracy theorists I've talked to have always said that they're going to try to vaccine you. Then they're going to try to come to your door and start to take shit. And I'm like,
so is that going to happen to me? Because I'm vaccinated. I'm scared.
See, and there's the thing though, like if you're already vaccinated, are you in the system and they're not going to come to your door? Because it wouldn't make any sense to go to the households that are already vaccinated.
So then you got to look out for the people. Oh, because now you got to look out. You got to ask people now, like, did they come to your door? Yeah. They didn't come to my door. Damn. Type of thing. Like, that is wild.
And my microchip. Shit.
Well, I don't even think that's the play. I think it's the data. I think it's the data for real. I think they want the data.
But that's still against the HIPAA law. That's still against the HIPAA law because there's only way you can register yourself.
What HIPAA law?
The fact that the doctors cannot share your medical history without your permission.
Bruh. That HIPAA law. Look, you're not supposed to ask people at the workplace what medication they take. So asking them if they're vaccinated or not is against the law. You can't stop a person that has gas, very bad gas. You can't stop them at the door of a restaurant like, hey, are you on blah blah blah? Because I see you have that pill in your hand, and I know that's a blah 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 pill. You can't take that here. You can't say that to people. So
this is crazy.
With the vaccine stuff though, that kind of cleared out that whole rule, which was a rule that you kind of you do obey because it's the right thing to do. Like you can ask somebody on the street, like, hey, are you sick? Do you take this and this? But you're not supposed to. So him coming out with the door to door, I'm like, are you going to go towards the inner city? Are these patrollers, whoever these people are, especially going to be strapped? Are they going to have weapons? Did you not just see that motherfucking Chicago had X number of deaths on July 4th? And you going to go there to ask if they got vaccinated? No, nigga, they fighting for their life. Their life is already in danger. There's no getting the vaccine and then the vaccine stopping bullets.
Man.
And that goes the same for Queens, that goes the same for Texas, and that goes the same for all across America for real. Like, are y'all about to
I guess they're gonna treat it the same as if they were to come to like, you know how they go to door to see if you register to vote and shit like that, or see how many people in your household and shit like that for census. They'll treat it the same. Some people don't even go to the door. So
I'm saying they leave a letter on the door, but they ain't really knocking. Black people don't open the door for people anyway. That's all my mom told me. Don't open the door for who? Nobody. Because I don't know them and I'm leaving. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
It's
fearing for my life now, man.
Here's my thing. When is it not a conspiracy?
Shit. I feel like everything's a conspiracy at this point.
Because if they told me they told me that Biden wasn't going to be, he wasn't going to do shit for black people. He was going to still try to take the guns away, and that his policies will affect more than we know. So far, he's right. I mean, they are right. Whoever they are so right. And the policies haven't been in our favor. Is what's the new gun law he passed or some shit where the gun seller gets a supermax penalty or something like that, and if you have that stolen gun on you, you get half of it, or some crazy kin to the 95 crack law or the 93 crack bill and shit like that, where it's just the numbers are ridiculous that they're handing out, and then it's going to affect a very limited. I have my gun legally, but the people that don't have their gun legally, if that gets traced back to whoever, instant 10 years. So it's like, okay, well, what are you doing here, Biden?
He's trying to make it hard for you to get a gun on the streets.
Where's the George Floyd Act? You're still waiting on that bill to come through. You let everything else slide through. Texas Texas just changed to what? Straight up open everything.
They straight up said you don't need nothing. You just get it.
See?
He said, fuck all that.
It was wide open down here. When I was down there.
It says the Wild Wild West. You want to complain crazy? Complain?
Yes, sir.
Bro,
get crazy down here.
Joe Rogan moved to Texas, a gun enthusiast came on and just gave him a couple of guns. It's like, this is how we say welcome in Texas. And gave him, and that's before the law. That's before the law changed and shit like that. So I can only imagine now what it is where you can just have some big shit. You can have whatever big shit you want in Texas.
Yeah, we ain't playing down here no more. Straight up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of this shit, it makes you think like, man, was Trump really supposed to win or not? Because it seems like when he was in office, he was just making shit happen and doing what he wanted. But now it's like, hey, we got to slow it down. Got to let democracy play its course. Like, no, Trump was banning Arabs first month.
Yeah.
He said, shut that flight down. No, y'all can't come in. We can do that. I didn't know we could do that. He was trying to get my nigga. I was in such Trump affected me in some weird ways. Back in my heyday of playing the game and being out here in these streets, when Trump passed,
listen to what he just said. Trump affected his love life. Like Trump affected his love life.
When this nigga Trump said,
"What is going on?
You can't have abortions anymore." He was trying to get the abortions laws changed and shit like that, where you couldn't get anything handled if it was a mistake happening. I was like, oh no, Trump tripping now. If this chick gotta go to motherfucking Illinois to get this shit, it's gonna be fucked up. Now I'm not saying I got one. I'm not saying I got one.
He made it go out of state.
But
nigga, take a trip.
Get out of here. That was the first thought of mine where I was like, oh shit, that will directly affect me if that happened. This is the first time this is coming into accordance. But he was just shutting shit down. Executive order. Just doing what he wants. But now it's back to the slow grind. Biden that doesn't even come on TV that much. Fucking Trump was on TV every day.
He was always in the media, man.
Yes,
every day. Every day, bro. He was ABC, ACE, MTV, BET, LLFG. Every day.
Still the most famous president in the world. Fuck a Washington.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. A interesting thing happened in hip hop this month as well.
Tell my first president, fuck that nigga.
Interesting thing happened in hip hop this month. A lot of podcasts crossed over, right? So I think I have a well-versed podcast selection. So Flagrant 2 had on Alex Jones, who is, if y'all don't know, InfoWars, Trump supporter, conspiracy theorist, all around wild man. Just a wild.
He's wild.
So that made his gravity meet Joe Budden's gravity. And Joe Budden had a rant on his show saying, how can we let Schultz into the culture where he has a racist guy on and just all type of things.
That was behind the paywall.
That was behind the paywall as well. But I don't think Joe understands that he has fans like myself who are also fans of Flagrant 2, who are also not fans of Alex Jones, but understand and listen to some of his points filtered through like a Schultz or a T.I. Joe Budden does his rant. Then Alex Jones comes back on his own personal show and does his own rant against Joe Budden. Says Joe Budden go to hell, basically. And that kind of fueled the fires of me thinking about, again, conspiracy theory to truth. Where does the allies lie in the grander scheme of things? Like, Jake is a podcaster as well. Would you do that type of interview when the information is probably helpful, but the messenger has done things like, say the Sandy Hook shooting was a staged act and they were crisis actors, or he helped plan the January 6th insurgent on the Capitol. But then you have him on the show, you get drunk with him, and he's a cool guy. He's dressing like Wonder Woman with aluminum foil on himself. He's drinking Jameson. He's taking his shirt off and saying to the little Indian guy, "You're a little cute guy. I'm gonna take you in the back room, show you what I'm making for you." Like certain things like cool. That.
I mean,
yeah, it's like some cool guy right there.
It just depends. I mean, it's tough. Like, I don't know where you can like. I mean, yeah, he could be cool, but man, like, I gotta look at my own image too, and I don't want to affect my image.
Right.
So I would get people that, you know, in a positive way, not like doing, you know, like it's tough. You gotta. It's a double-edged sword.
The cloud that comes with him is a lot.
Yeah.
And is that cloud worth it?
I don't know. I mean, if you're like Joe Rogan, maybe then that can work because he interviews all sorts of people. But if I was at that level, yes. But if I'm starting off, like as of right now, I'll wait till I get to that level because
wait till you have your own audience. Yeah,
yeah, because it can destroy you.
Exactly. You're not stuck to his audience, and you're like, well, I guess I got to start going that way because that's where all the money's coming from.
Yeah.
Can we hold people to what they said in the past? Like a lot of stuff is coming up in this climate with old tweets, old shit when you were younger. Here's a perfect transition. Tyler, #1 album in the country. You wouldn't even really know he dropped the album by how the hip hop sites talk about it.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even think he had one of the best performances on BET ever by the hip hop blogs talking about it. Now, are we holding him to his lyrics from when he was younger, roaches and kill him and eyeball shit? Because we don't really do that with him anymore. It's just he's a great rapper. Or is it just the fact that he's bisexual, he's gay, he's pansexual, whatever it is, the fact that he openly says it, is that the hip hop barrier that just won't let him, like, he's, again, #1 album, the best festival ever, the clothes are on fire, he's blessed. But it's like the same thing that drives J. Cole to do all those features and drives fucking Wayne to keep rapping. You want to be the GOAT. I don't think you get in a rap. Like, you'll be Hobson if you didn't want to be the GOAT. Like, right. you want to flex. You want to be up there with the top tiers and everything. I don't think people think he's better than like a Wale.
He's not better than Wale?
I think he's better than Wale. I think he might not have as many commercial hits, but if he was as commercial as Wale, the hits he does have will be commercial hits. But if they did a tier system, they're not putting him in that. I think he's top 5. He makes beats. He has #1 albums. He's done a collab.
Got bars.
He got bars. But
he's the nigga who niggas think J. Cole is.
Yeah, they think J. Cole's music is as deep as Tyler's. And then I listen to J. Cole's and I'm like, oh, he's talking about fucking bitches too. He ain't really saying nothing I ain't really heard before. Is there a run Tyler can go on similar to a J. Cole's of 2018, where he hopped on a Moneybag Yo, 21 Savage, Wale features, and he just killed the features? Is there like a run with that where like Tyler produces some hits for people or scores some movies?
I really feel like that just boils down to who's willing and who he's willing to fuck with too at the same time. Like I feel like he can do all of this, but at most times he's like, I'm doing this shit.
That last part cut out, sir.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I was gonna say I feel like he hits you with a lot of I can give a fuck less type of thing. Then
he does,
you know.
And then a part of me thinks he really cares.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been doing his music shit long enough. You start to care, like,
because I did it on my own.
Start to care.
You start to care. You start to care a lot, and he's won the Grammy. He's won the Grammy and everything. Is there something else he needs to accomplish? Like, it feels unfinished.
But he connects with the white folks.
Movies,
maybe. Movies is probably because he's always had the eye. So yeah, I can see him going the Childish being on route and making some type of like he has like 4 shows. He's going the movie route.
In the shows, man.
Yeah, the shows the shows have popped.
And that's my thing. How he get so many shows? He got TV. He got more TV shows way before he had albums. Like that made no sense,
bro. He had like 4 shows before he had 5 albums.
Yeah, man. Like the Jellies, Motor Squad,
Golf Media shit alone, bro. Like he was
that
doing all those shows. So like his mindset has always been there. But even with Golf Media, even with all the shows, you don't hear people talk about the Jellies like that. Like the people that know. But Lawyer Squad, like you can. It's on HBO Max right now. You can watch that and still laugh your ass off. Like them shits is still fucking classic. But you don't really hear people talking about it like that. As in, oh, I'm just binge watching Lawyer Squad getting high. Like I don't know what the disconnect is. I know I'm sure by now everybody has heard the album.
You trying to bank it on his sexuality? That maybe that might be the.
If he had the fat starlet next to him, man, like I just can't comprehend how we're not, but the people aren't praising him as the GOAT, as producing 70-80% of all his albums. I don't know, playing the instruments on his albums, singing, harmonizing.
I can't even say it's a section.
Rapping.
I really think a lot of it is probably because Tyler's probably an asshole. He's probably really truly an asshole to people. It's probably just for fun. You feel me? Not but this is probably really for fun. But like, bruh, why are you fucking with me like that? Type shit.
I saw the most.
And he seems like he fucks with people.
The most awkward vlog, and I'm gonna wrap up this Tyler shit with this. It was a Yachty vlog. Yachty's in the studio with the Internet Money crew, It produced like the song Lemonade for Don Tolliver. If y'all heard that on the playlist. Whatever, you know. But Tyler walks in, right? And they're in the studio. It's a little smoke going on. I ain't gonna say it's a weird vibe, but it's like we're all coming down from being high vibe. And then Tyler walks in and is like, the vibe in here is weird. It's like y'all are about to like have an orgy or something like that. And then like Yachty and the internet money guy starts to play off of that. It was like, yeah, we're just waiting for you. And he's like, I wouldn't fuck anybody in here. I'm like, all right, Tyler, well, you don't gotta be that like. He was like, no, but like seriously, none of y'all are my type because y'all aren't my type.
Yeah, he kept going. Yeah,
and he kept going with it, and I'm like, well, that just made the vibe even weirder in here.
Made it weird now. Like, yeah, you could have stopped after that one part.
And so now it's like, is he really an asshole? Is he really just weird? And like, he just has his quirks about him and shit like that? Because he'll say all day long, like, I hate taking pictures of people. I hate taking pictures of people. Fans have tons of pictures with Tyler. There's tons of pictures with Tyler. So it's like, in the moment, is he that? Is he just trolling? Is he whatever?
I feel like in a moment, he can't say no. At least for the picture.
In the moment, he can't say no.
I really think he just can't say no. That sounds like he has a problem.
Long rant short. #1 album again. No Camp Flog, no, and that's back-to-back albums too. Back-to-back #1 albums. No Camp Flog no this year, but he will be at a night in Vegas or a day in Vegas, and he will be the closing act on Sunday. Headline. Yeah. That might be the move. That might be the move, and it's the day before my birthday. To go, bro. Like, I really want to. I already know them tickets gonna be stupid, bro.
They are stupid. Nigga, GA is the cheapest GA was 800.
Damn.
That's for all 3 days.
But look though, but look, I only need one day.
That's it. Yo, I was saying the same shit.
And one VIP.
Talking about going. Our brother already got the tickets. Jonathan's out there for the whole 3 days. I'm like, bro, I just want to see Tyler. Like, I will pull up on Sunday, fly in, see the show, fly back out. Like, that's the mission I'm on. Like,
I really don't need to see every. The lineup is crazy.
No, the lineup is crazy.
The lineup.
I would want to see everybody, but I really want to see Tyler. Like,
it'll be no way to see everybody. He'll be no way you got to stream this shit. Because
I mean, you think about it like Kent, like remember how that shit was like overlapping with this artist and that artist, like all them people trying to perform in one day, you got to choose between this person and that person, and you gonna miss out on all of that shit. Like, especially if you're
gonna miss out on like Little Baby for like fucking Wale. You're like, well, shit, I want to see Wale live, but I want to see Lil Baby.
Lil Baby too. Like, fuck. Yeah, like, goddamn. And the stages is 5 miles from each other.
Oh my god, bro. I just need to see Tyler that night.
That's it.
I'm cool.
Like I said, I'll
made a cry.
Well, shit, people. I don't really have anything else much else after that, man. I just needed a catch up podcast with the homies and the bros. And
for sure.
Let's go.
All I gotta say is, I hope DJ Khaled's somewhere crying.
For the ones that don't know, 2 years ago? I'm guessing now. The last time Tyler dropped, he dropped on the same day as Khaled. And that was the big album after Khaled being Khaled, like Khaled blowing up and going Super Saiyan. Okay. This was the next album after that. And it had Justin Bieber, Lil Baby, all the ones on it.
Oh yeah, that one.
And it didn't score the #1 Billboard charts that week. Tyler did. And Tyler's album, Flower Boy, Flower Boy was very like a He didn't have much bars. It was very whimsical.
It was very melodic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very melodic.
Yeah, it was very, and he called it mysterious. DJ Khaled like, you want to hear it when you're driving out of the car, when you're in the party, when you're in the club, when you're with the girl. You don't want to hear that mysterious shit.
Man, fuck Khaled, man. I'm sorry. I lost respect for him after that.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, he was hating. Fast forward, Khaled had another flop. That shit didn't do what it was supposed to do, and Tyler's number one again off the mysterious shit. But this time the mysterious shit had Pharrell and Lil Uzi and 42 Doug on it, so sounded like a Khaled album at the end.
Hosted by DJ Drama.
Hosted by Drama. Come on,
he didn't pull off a 42 Doug in a Young Thug. Cause I feel like
he didn't do a Young Thug and Tyler would be crazy. Young Thug and Tyler would be crazy.
I feel like they are long lost lovers.
I don't know if they may have had a run in where it wouldn't click for it. I don't know if because it seems like it would make sense, right? Like, oh no, it's the Wayne thing. It's probably the Wayne thing.
Oh yeah.
Tyler went with Wayne instead of Thug. Yeah.
You said what happened? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tyler chose Wayne over Thug, which I would too. But
I forgot that was still going on.
Yeah. Musically, I would want Thug to try some experimental shit because Thug's it like Tyler on the production and then Thug's voice. Yeah, run that fast. I don't know what that's gonna sound like. It might be a love ballad. It might be a Ash.
I don't want to feature,
but whatever it is.
God damn it,
man! Come on. Him and Future did have one, didn't they? I think him and Future. No, Future and Tyler have a song together, right?
Do they?
I think it's some type of like feature, and he's like rapping. I gotta look it up. The way we wrap up the show is we like to go around and say what we're reading, watching, or listening to. I'm gonna start with my boy Jake. What are you reading, watching, or listening?
I've been watching. I'm catching up on Dave. I'm still on season 1, so I'm trying to catch up on that.
Okay.
And then my girl got me watching Degrassi. I've never seen Degrassi.
I've never watched it.
You love it, bro.
I just finished the episode where Jimmy got shot.
Jimmy got shot. Jimmy got shot in season 1.
I was like,
no. It's like season.
It's like season 4 or 3.
Yeah. It wasn't like super quick.
Yeah.
So you're gonna love. You're gonna love how it transitions and keeps growing, and like they keep the cast in some way.
Yeah.
They keep the. I like the fact that they had a theme and they kept it throughout the series. Like
this Canadian show,
it's about teen struggles, bro. Like
teen struggles, real teen struggles. They talk about.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
All I know is they got to live in Canada.
Canadian. They get to live in Canadian.
For real.
Oh man,
is that all you got, Jake?
What else? I mean, I've been watching Loki. I just finished that today.
Yep. That was gonna be mine.
Mind blowing.
Is it only 4 episodes, right?
It's 5 episodes. It's 6
5. There's one more next week.
Wait, it's 5.
Yeah, they just
watched the 4th and it seemed very finale-ish, so I was like, all right.
A lot of it seems fucking finale-ish. Actually, almost every episode seems like, did I miss something?
Right.
It's supposed to be up to like 10 and 12 because like the rest of the other ones is like the 10 and 12 shows.
Nope. It's a mini series. It's just 6 episodes.
Bro.
It's crazy.
This was a mini series. That's why it comes on Wednesday, and that's why they already advertised as Black Widow. Mm-hmm. That's a series, right? Black Widow, not a movie, right?
No, that's a movie.
No, that's a movie.
That's a movie. That's actually coming out this week.
That's a movie.
Yeah. I'm not watching it.
Friday.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna watch it.
Why not?
I don't care to hear about her story. I'll catch it on the Looper YouTube video. I don't care.
I mean, like, shit, IGN gave it a 7. I think it might be worth
too.
watching just because it's been so long since a Marvel movie came out. It's like,
Yeah,
why not? But it's Black Widow.
It's not
So
on
like,
HBO Max. I'm not going to the movie theaters to see it.
Bro, I feel like they about to do a whole lot of
though.
filling the pieces right now.
You said what?
A whole lot of filling the pieces. I think they're about to do a whole lot of filling the pieces.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think.
That's probably what it is.
I mean, shit. If you look at the what the YouTube is saying about where this is going, and we're trying to get to the multiverse. That's what the big next chapter of Marvel is going to be, is introducing the multiverses and shit.
Well, watch Loki. This episode kind of shows it.
And the Loki series opens up your mindset to how all of it's going to work and why it's going to work like that and what's going to happen and shit like that. Well, not what's going to happen, but how it may happen. And then I go back personally and watch the YouTubes of people talking about what they saw in the video, because I miss everything. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that airplane said that. That means that the X-Men are coming. Like, oh shit, I didn't get that.
Oh shit.
So
yeah, it's coming.
Oh, wait a minute. Did the airplane really say some shit?
Yeah, well, there's a helicopter in there in the most recent episode that is from the comics that Thanos used to ride in to attack the heroes and shit like that.
Yeah.
So just that small Easter egg and shit, I'm like, oh, I would have just thought that was a fucking helicopter and shit.
Yeah.
Right. Now I gotta watch the episode again.
It's good, man. Y'all would like it.
It's a really good episode.
I saw Thanos shit too down there. I was like, oh, so that's the timeline they got erased. I'm like, this shit.
Bro, it's so much. It's so much, bro. It's so much. S-Dot, what are you reading, watching, or listening to, sir?
Back to tech articles. New phones are dropping, so I've been tapping into Samsung, a little bit of Apple here and there. Just
is there anything good?
Whatever. New Z Flip coming with a bigger screen, so bigger front screen than this little itty tab thing right here, so you can actually do shit on it.
I was gonna say, are they gonna make it an actual screen on that bitch? All right,
actual screen, a little bit of water resistance, dust resistance, so you can actually take it outside when it rains and not be scared that you're gonna break your $1,400 phone. The price is dropping actually by $200. So couple new colors. I think.
How has yours held up so far?
Mine's holding up great. I just need to hold on for one more month before they drop it, so I can trade this bitch in for up trade. Get a smooth, as much money as y'all can give me towards this new Z Flip. How y'all can have this bitch and send me the new one? Like, but it's been fine. Like, no dings, ain't been making no weird noises. Like, screen not pulling off of it. Like, it's been perfectly fine. So
flip phones are here,
flipping all perfectly. And
yeah, I mean, I'm not like flipping it, just like subconsciously like flipping it like how I would flip an old flip phone. Like, but I know it can handle just getting flipped like that all day. Like, it's not what it was made for. So that's all I'm
Razor today for the first time.
You said what?
I just saw the flip Razor for the first time today.
Yeah,
and I like the Samsung a little bit better because but that Razor looks a little bit more adorable. That's about it.
Yeah, I know that was the only reason I was gonna get it out of pure nostalgia. That was the reason I was gonna get the Razor. Then I'm like, this is a bad phone. Like, it's not a good phone.
It's not a good phone. I'm gonna be real. I never really liked the Razor, but it had the internet. And my little kid freaky stuff was like, I can watch porn on there. Nope. No, you can go on the internet and look at pictures of porn.
Yes.
But you can't watch videos.
That was about it.
No videos for you.
That's very true. On a phone, you can watch no video. It was always pictures.
Always pictures.
Only pictures. And I was like,
and the videos that you recorded, like you were watching the videos you recorded. But
oh my God. Yeah, you can record and shit like that. But actual
we lost half our lives to bad technology.
Bro, just imagine all the waiting for shit to the load. But we got to keep this going because my iPad is about to die. King Maul, what are you really
wait.
I'm sorry.
Shit. Listening, it'll be real quick. I'm not going to indulge, but listening to Tyler, Doja Cat, Medicine, and a couple other artists. So watching this show called Motherland Fort Salem. It's a show about witches on Freeform. It's actually damn interesting. So
shout out to Freeform. I ain't been on there in a minute.
I don't know.
Yeah.
King Maul.
Currently just got done going on my Star Wars trip. Like I wanted to find a little backstory about that little gap during the Star Wars between movies and shit. You find out so much. Yeah, I found out so much. Like so much. Also, I feel like Mandalorian should have his own movie that should go back to the backstory about this Black Saber on Soul.
That
shit hard though.
Yeah.
So they
it's hard as fuck.
They said the reason why this Black Saber exists because the first Mandalorian was accepted to the Jedi Order. I'm like, you the first Mandalorian Jedi? I'm like, you a savage. Picture that. Savage. Anyway.
I've never seen Mandalorian, so I don't know why that's savage, but it sounds savage.
That's fucking savage. So that just become my favorite shit because I didn't even know that shit existed until I got done watching this. I was like, information. Anyway, right now I got them watching Sandlot up in there. He just got done watching the first one. He on the second one now. Okay. And I finished doing some shit on Netflix. That's about it.
Okay. I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. Fresh Fried and Crispy on Netflix.
Fresh Fried and Crispy.
I suggest y'all watch it, bro. If y'all want to put
ain't it Mr. T looking ass nigga who got a mohawk?
No, you're talking about the American Barbecue Showdown. Yeah. I watched that too. That was pretty good. Fresh Fried and Crispy is a big dude. He goes around across America and he goes and he eats the best fried crispy foods, right? He even comes to Cleveland. He gets himself a Polish boy. He goes to B&M, he get him some wings and shit like that. He goes to Colorado and he eats some bull balls. He's out here. He's a black guy, about 6'5", 400 pounds. I ain't say 400 pounds, about 280, pushing 300. But he's in there
fucking up the food.
Great, fucking up the food. And he's this sandwich is gargantuan and moist and he's just going crazy. he's just going crazy on the food.
Oh man.
I don't know why I was on a food show tip today or this week, but American Barbecue Showdown, what Small was talking about. It starts out kind of slow, right? But when you start to get to know the people, you're like, oh shit, this is probably the best barbecue cooking show out right now because they're actually voting on like all y'all are good, but if you fuck up on your seasoning, if you don't get the right smoke on it, if this ain't perfectly tender, you're going home. And it's the first show that gave me the sense of this not rigged and the best person should win. And it came down to the final two. And I was like, oh, these two are the ones. And the person lost because fucking his brisket wasn't good enough. His brisket didn't have enough smoke lines around it and shit like that. I was like, damn, bro, you came all this way and you lost your brisket.
The brisket, how you gonna fuck up the brisket?
But look,
fucked up the brisket.
The last competition, they pit roasted. So they had to dig a hole, build the bricks around it, and they pit roasted. I was like, oh, y'all pit master in this motherfucker. This is a great show. Damn. It's an all-around great show. Watch it, Netflix. Listening to obviously Tyler's going crazy. A podcast y'all should probably listen to now is the Personal Party Podcast. It's with Smoke DZA. DZA, his man, Broadway show, Showtime. He's just a hood nigga from Brooklyn, and he had on his nigga Broadway Showtime has a segment called Porn Stars of the Week. So POW. And he goes through his.
Wait a minute. Is he running through these porn stars or no?
No, he's a self-proclaimed pervert, and he's like, "Look, I'm about to get y'all hip to all my favorite porn."
Self-proclaimed pervert. That's so disgusting.
But
it's
look,
so funny.
The day after like 25 episodes, they brought on one of his favorite porn stars and shit like that. This nigga quoting like some of her best work, talking about when she used to do this. It was a fucking great episode. The reason I got into it, he had Wiz on, and you know the Wiz algorithm on my YouTube, it just pop up automatically. He was like, "Well, Wiz is on a new show. Come check him out." And he just came on there, smoke Dizzle and all that. But Wiz had a casual pound in his knapsack, just pulled it out, rolled him a personal, and put it back. I was like, okay. That's just, just carry you a pound around in New York because it's legal now. And you put it back because this is your personal pound. No, I ain't sharing with niggas. This is mine.
Damn.
So the Personal Party Podcast.
That's wild.
Hey, unapologetically though. Didn't say a word. Was just straight up like.
In the middle of a story, he's like, yeah, so like we was on tour and I was just, smoking weed again. So another great thing to watch, and that's all for me. Jacob, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Man, give the people your social media name so they can find the podcast and you and all the good stuff.
Snapchat. I mean, no, don't get me on Snapchat. Instagram, it's at Jakecupp with CUPP22. Twitter, it's just Jakecupp with no twos. And then my podcast is Between Broskis. It's at Between Broskis on both Instagram and Twitter. Just recently put up a new episode, so check it out.
Sir. Check it out with him and Craig. S. Carter, thank you. King Mall, thank you. Sample God Go Studios, thank you. This is Color Radio. I'm Juice Short. Play that funky music.
Sister.